Welcome to the Black Super Friends podcast. I am the Dad King. Daddy is Maximus. Datasaurus Rex. Happy Father's Day. Yes. Welcome to another show, another episode of the Black Ass Super Friends. Man, it's been it's been a week, but we have just came back from Father's Day weekend. Was one of my favorite holidays. But first, I want to just do a homeboy check because I didn't know that Horace had a funeral this weekend. I just want to check on you. I know Zay been going through what he had to go through with Dre and Demario. You was with me this weekend, and you know how emotional it was. So I just want to do a little homeboy check before we start talking about Father's Day, man. Is y'all okay? Horace, are you okay? Zay, are you okay? Demario, are you okay? Horace, talk to me.
Well, I appreciate it for sure, because I am definitely struggling. We laid my Uncle Mike to rest Saturday. That same morning, lost my grandfather. And then, we're still dealing with the loss of Andre Gordon. So it's interesting because I, no lie, I usually talk to Mario stuff like this. God kind of showed me a season was coming like this, but, to still endure it is interesting, man. So, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling with a bunch of emotions, just being blank and angry, but, still trying to get back to that place of having that spirit of gratitude, man. So, looking at anybody in the casket is humbling. So I appreciate you checking on me, bro.
No problem, my brother.
Yeah.
What about you, Zay?
I'm actually fair. I mean, my plate is full. I've grown accustomed to that. However, the circumstances are a different one. So I'm just thanking God that He has me in the presence or a clarity of mind where I can take on the pressures of everything that's coming on and kind of see them like Neo did in the Matrix and can kind of move or navigate myself a little bit better. I'm actually glad you said and did that because I have been checking on Horace because he has been taking an onslaught. Usually it's me that someone died, which I hate it, but I see that it's my brother this time and just doing the small things, taking time out to just check and see how you doing. You all right? You good? You sure? Need anything?
Absolutely. Because I think that
what's up.
you know what's up with I know not to be cut you off, but
No, you good.
Horace is a Leo, so he shuts down and he doesn't completely talk to us. And I remember in a previous show he spoke to us about having an issue with us never, with us not checking on him, and he was really going through something. So I think it's a good thing that we do that. I want to make sure you finish with your statement, but definitely I agree with you.
No, definitely. That was the reason why. So you actually hit on a good point. But then, as he alluded to, I'm still prepping for Andre because that's going to be this week. So even as I was in Tampa, I didn't get a chance to check you guys out and doing a thing with you guys in Yates. But my heart was with you guys. And then I'm going to go down the same road this week that you guys went down last week. So appreciate it. What about you, Hart?
Well, I'm good as they can be. I try to be optimistic, and like Horace said, I try to look at the silver lining or the understanding in it all. And then I think traveling down there, I drove down with a couple more of my homeboys. It was like bittersweet because it's like we knew we had a tough task ahead of us, but it's kind of like I seen people who became my brothers at some point in my life. A lot of them kind of helped raise me as soon as I got out of high school. So it was like good to see all of them. But I was here from one of the people who played an intricate part in that, and to see him in the casket. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like man. And then as I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about Dre, like, God damn, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, and I think, and I'm gonna keep saying it, and I think it kind of like sparked the fire in me because it make you as a man check your mortality because these people wasn't 50 and 60 and 70. They like my age. These are people who I was still making plans with in the last month or so. You know what I'm saying? And it just make you say that not only is every day special, but every moment, and you get more appreciative on the smallest things in life, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all y'all and everybody. You know what I'm saying? I try to reach out and try to have individual conversations and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I just, I'm happy that we started this show because at least we get to do this and to interact with each other, even though we're not in the same place. So I'm pretty good. I'm rest assuring that trouble don't last always.
Thanks.
Absolutely, man. We definitely had a weekend to remember. It was great to see a lot of the fellas, man. But what was on my mind was asking one single question: what does being a father means to you? And I think it's very important because we don't get to, as men, we don't get to tell the world of how we feel and what it means to us to be a father. So I want to start out first. Being a father is one of the most labor-intensive, unpaid jobs I've ever had, but it's extremely satisfying, man. I love being able to be the reason why someone says I love you, Dad, because a lot of kids growed up without it. I'm one of those kids that didn't even get to tell their dad they love them. So I wanted to give my daughter something that I never had. I think that being a dad is it's a responsibility, but at the same time, it's one of the greatest gifts God could give you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're responsible for someone. You're responsible for someone that fell in love with you without even knowing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the people that fall in love with you, they get to know you. But this person, they don't know who you were. They don't know the bad. My daughter don't know the bad Chris. She don't know the Chris that got in trouble. She just knows her father. And she fell in love with this guy. And, for a lot of people, I'm hard to love, man. So being a father is just like having someone to really unconditionally love you, and you ain't got to do nothing but show up. You know what I'm saying? Now, I suggest you do more, especially economically, but at the same time, man, the first part is showing up. So, like I said, I asked this question to a lot of us, especially after we were dealing with the funeral, and I want to just share with you some of the reactions I got. I think you'll be proud of these black fathers.
But father means a great thing, man, to me. You know what I mean? You gotta, I feel like if you're gonna birth some kids and bring them into this world, you should take care of them. You should have fun with it. It's your creation, so it's like, I love it. You know what I mean? I have love being around my kids, love vibing with them, watching them grow up. Even when they get on my damn nerves and shit like that, man. It's all about the love, the growth, and teaching. You know what I mean? And it's your seed, so it's like, it's nothing better than you will be able to take care of something that you created, man, and spending time with it and watching it grow and flourish. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, fatherhood is a great thing to me.
What does being a father means to you?
Be 100 with you. Being a father means everything. Minus kids, there's life. There's no life. Excuse me.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, brother.
What does being a father means to you?
Being a father, first and foremost, is being a man. Being a man and taking care of your responsibilities, being there for your kids and being there for your family, and most importantly, being a role model as well. It's very important.
Happy Father's Day.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Being a father means to you?
It gives me an opportunity to raise the next generation, raise a man within my likeness, to where I can reset my generational curses where the man wasn't there. I'm gonna make sure I'm there for mine.
Happy Father.
Being a father, responsible for living life, responsible for teaching them everything you know, teaching them better, and just to be there for that person, man, and make sure that you raise a human being.
Just being loyal and being there for your son and your daughter, and making sure that you are able to spend time as much as you possibly can and do what you can possibly do, and never go outside of your means.
Being a father means to you?
Being a father to me means a whole lot because I never had a father. So anything I do for these two boys, it just means a lot to me because I've never seen my daddy before. So me being a daddy is priceless to me.
Okay. Man, you fathers, man, you make me proud, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for
you
sure.
guys stay tuned because we have Daddyus Maximus coming last, man. We ain't forget you,
Mac
Papa.
Daddy.
We haven't forget you, one of the Black Super Friends' favorite father. We're gonna play you at the end, my brother. Stay tuned.
That's
But
real.
DeMario, what does being a father means to you?
It's crazy because when you asked this question, I was like, man, that's easy, man. If everybody know, I've been a father before I even know how to spell it. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I think besides Horace, I was the first person who didn't take his advice and wrap it up.
Ooh.
And I think being a father has been it's been so transitional to me. When I first had my daughter, I didn't understand what being a man was yet, and I was learning how to be a male. So being a father just meant I had a responsibility to take care of somebody now. So all I was trying to focus on is like, man, how do I make my life better? Because one day this little girl gonna need me. Then as I got older and I started finding my purpose, I sat down. And she started asking me more questions. Like one of the fathers mentioned, being a father is being a role model. Like, so now I start saying it's not about just what I'm saying to her, it's about what I'm showing her. So then I started living better and I started doing more and I started like painting the picture so it could be visual. So then now as I get older, my daughter's graduated, I've had another son, and I'm married, and I'm starting to see fatherhood through a different lens, like as a one unit family, like, you know, right in one house. And I'm starting to see my daughter as she grow up and she tell me how great her life was when I thought I was being an all right father. And I start seeing that being a father is a shepherd. See, and a lot of people hear me say that a lot of times, shepherd. But right now, a sheep just goes and follows the shepherd. And sometimes, and I don't think too many times a shepherd goes and say, "Now I wonder how this sheep going. I wonder how this sheep doing." He's just doing his job. And as I go through life, I start saying, "Man, my being a shepherd is a hard job, but it's fair and it's understanding and it's necessary." So I think right now, to me, being a father is my purpose. I think right now when God created man and woman, he created a man to be a father. And I think if you are lucky enough to have your own child, whether it's stepping in or whatever it is, just being that role model and being there for the kids, then I think that you'll understand the joy it feels when you being the shepherd of a household and of a kid. So being a father to me is being a shepherd.
Okay, that's good. You was one of the first fathers that I had a hands-on experience with to it, and I seen how it affect you and how you grew from it. So that was important to me. Horace, you was one of the first fathers out of the group, and a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
us had to learn a lot from you and your trials, your tribulations, and your tribulations, and your tribulations, and your tribulations.
Yeah.
So
I think it's another one. I think it's
and
another one.
and your tribulations.
Give me
There you
another
go.
one.
So we definitely want to hear from you, man. What does being a father means to you?
That's hilarious, man. 'Cause that is a good way to put it. I'm glad that I could be a lighthouse to y'all guys, man. Because listen, I'm Horace Towns the fourth, and my granddad's dad, he didn't know him. He left to go work somewhere, and he was sending money back. One day, he just disappeared. Then my granddad had left home at 14 to move to Palm Beach. My dad, well, you know that story. You know what I mean? So.
Your homeboy.
Yeah, my homeboy. So being broken, man, I could tell you, being that only child, I wanted to have my first child. You know what I mean? I didn't have a blueprint. I thought, you get a job, find a girl, have a child, get married, and that's life. They had nobody to tell me better. And that's what I thought. So for me, I thought fatherhood is about legacy and it's about foundation. So I wanted, and also restoration, because I would tell you, I wanted my kids. I feel like God, when you have kids, it's a chance to improve yourself.
Mm.
All the things that you wanted to see in life, all the broken parts of you or the things that you experienced, God is blessing you with the opportunity to correct those for the next generation. Everybody's not blessed to have kids, and people try every day. That's why my heart breaks when I see kids, abandoned or put in garbage, dumpsters, or left on somebody's steps. It's a gift from God to be able to create life. So when I had my child, I, just like you guys said as well, my focus was to make sure that my child never experienced the things that I endured. And I wanted my child to be the first generation to be able to say they didn't experience that. It was a pattern in my family. My dad could only love me how he was loved. And it was a pattern that we were allowed to break. So fatherhood is a blessing from God, man. Like I said, it's a chance to fix yourself, and plant a new tree, because as men, we are the foundation. So I think you guys are all great fathers, man, and we're blessed to be that. And I can personally say all of y'all had that same approach. So when people talk about how bad fathers are, I can't think of many of them, because my friends are great fathers.
Great, awesome. Now, lastly, Zay.
Yeah. Hey, and you said it right.
Zay,
I am the last one.
Yeah, Zay was the last one. But at the same time, Zay, when we watch your stories and things like that, we don't know who's the kid, to be honest with you, because all your little excursions, it looks like you having way more fun than Zaya. So a lot of times we don't have the idea of who's the kid and who's the parent. But look, I like what you do, man. I'm gonna try to start patterning my life after your parenting too, because I see you really share a lot of experiences with your daughter, and I do too, but I can step it up a notch. So I look at you and see that, and I want to mimic that part of your game. So again, I'm gonna ask you the question: what does being a father means to you?
Man, being a father is everything to me. I mean, me and Horace are alike in a lot of ways, where uh, I've learned with my father with certain things that he wasn't affording, and I don't want that cycle to continue, at least not on my watch. So one of the first things I had to learn is to forgive my parents or my father for things that he didn't do with me, because he only did to his ceiling or what he saw and what he knew. So now that I know better, do better. So that's what you actually see, where I'm more open with my child. I experience things for her, because as I speak to her and I talk to her, I want to know how you feel, whether you're happy, sad, confused, mad, whatever it is. Let daddy know, form that relationship with her, know that she can always come to me as a stronghold. I may not agree with what you're doing, but I'm always be a supportive pillar, so to speak, in her community, because you're going to always come to me, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. And I don't want you to be fearful. So that was probably what you saw like this week, which she showed me. I thought I was Big Daddy Warbucks, and no, I'm Big Daddy Warbucks in certain areas, but when it comes to thrill seeking, that's all her world. I love it. I love the fact that she expresses herself. She's very intelligent. She'll speak to you. You know what I'm saying? She's mannerable. Those are the things that I tried to make sure that I instilled inside of her, because they weren't instilled inside of me. But also, I, like you said, step it up a notch and do some of the things that I wasn't afforded. Like give you the freedom of speech as long as you're within respect. You know what I'm saying? To let me know, fully communicate to me what's going on. I think that was important. I think that's something that I missed growing up. I wasn't able to say some of the things that I felt because it was told that it was disrespect. But when you got older, it wasn't disrespect. It was a point of view. So my thing is teaching, making sure that you understand, you feel me? And that means everything to me, because I know that the individual that I want to put in the world, I'm going to give them a good start. Like Horace said, I don't want them to have, and don't get me wrong, I didn't have a bad childhood, but I don't want her to have a childhood where she felt like she didn't have the support of her loved ones, which is going to be her parents. You feel me? Mainly me. I know her mom loves her, but I can't speak for her. I got to, as a man, account for myself. And like I said, for that means everything to me. That smile when she comes up to tell me about good grades or what a teacher said or something that she wants to try means the world to me. So
Absolutely. But I know we got to bring this to close, but I got to ask this question real quick. What did you get a Father's Day text from your BM, and what did you get for Father's Day? I go first. I go
Okay,
first.
go. Do your thing. Do your thing.
No and nothing. No and nothing.
Lucky
Make
dog.
it so, make it so bad. Make it so bad. What I did get is to find out, and I don't know how this slipped my mind. I don't know how I missed this. My daughter got a set of Hooters now, and it is really like completely. I am in a whole other world.
That
Horace,
set you back.
Yeah, it set me back, bro. That was a rough one. That was a rough one.
Well, thanks for sharing your pain with the cast, Chris.
No, you don't understand, bro. They probably been there, but oh my goodness, bro, this is tough.
Karma. It's karma.
What you got, Har?
Nothing. Listen, I even put a post up to shame them suckers. Tyler, Mr. Rap Tour, Mr. Rap Artist, nothing. They gave me, both of them gave me dry text. At least Kendall said, Dad, what's your address? I'm going to send you something. That's my line, because he's never going to send anything, but he's going to make it seem like I had you. But no, I didn't get anything. And then I put up a post. I said, well, at least I won't get nothing, I know, but at least I won't get a Cash App request. So that might be a gift in itself, because between the two of them is, let me get 25 real quick that you never get. Never get. I probably could.
I've been assassinated.
Bro, listen, Mother's Day is like a big shebang. I got nothing. And I'm a real dad, like driving jokers to work and coming. Yeah, bro. They don't respect the kid.
You better be grateful for it too.
Zay, what'd you get?
Absolutely nothing. I got a chance to spend all of my money, and she proudly said it.
Oh,
I take that back. Today or this year, my being woke up on the right side of the bed. I got a happy Father's Day.
You got a happy Father's Day.
I got a happy Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take that one. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna go, but I ain't getting no gift with it, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh man, we all about progression. You know what I'm saying? Little by little.
My card was dope though. My card was dope.
Your card, I seen it. The pop up. If I would have got a card, man, God, leave, I probably would do a backflip for y'all, but I didn't.
I just want socks. I get right now. I wouldn't mind some good dress socks. Amazon card. Nope. Nothing.
And you know what? Too?
Or at least pay for my meal. Like pay for my steak. Come on, man.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
And I feed them suckers good too.
Yeah, nah. They gonna say, Daddy, you got it.
They do say that
all the time.
Nigga, them fed a million hoes and can't even get no meal made. Shout out to Triple J. Mario, what you got, man?
Well, you know.
Oh yeah. Come rub it in. Why don't you?
Watch it show out.
One day you come up out the mud and you go to the promised land. My brother. You know, I told you I had a kid when I was little, and from that. I understand your sentiments exactly. I didn't even get a damn how you doing, happy Father's Day, sorry for your loss, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did my daughter who's grown and works and has cash.
Oh man,
made a post, and then before I could even like the post, called me and said, "Why would you not repost my post? You didn't see me tell you happy Father's Day?" I said, Jayla, I'm driving back from a funeral, but thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna call you back when I get home. Yeah, I talked to her today. So
okay,
that's what happened when you the ones you sacrifice the most. But I can say though, when I finally did get home though, my son ran to the door and hurt himself because he was seeing his daddy, and I was like, oh man, and he was daddy, you know what I'm saying? That's my little man. And he don't know no better now, so I got to cherish these years right here because pretty soon I will be on Tootie's Road to let me borrow $25. I know how that goes. So I was happy that. But then my wife, actually, I got to give her a lot of credit because one thing I can say, even before I had a child from her, she always felt like Father's Day was so important. Like from the first time I started talking to her, she always would tell me like, I know so many deadbeat dads. Like my homegirls complain all the time, and I see how much you love your daughter, and I'm so proud of that. You know what I'm saying? And she, before we was even together, always used to do something. Like you say, buy meals and stuff like that. So I kind of know. So now I always kind of like, yeah, you don't have to do that much. But she did. I had been trying to pull the trigger on putting music in my truck and all that kind of stuff. But you know me, if you know me, frivolous stuff, I want it, and then I get ready to go get it, have the money, and be like, Brown, and I just start doing some other stuff. So she actually took my truck and got it, and I went to the place I had showed her. And on Thursday, I'm gonna get music put in there and everything. And then I needed another laptop for my company, so she bought me a laptop too for my company to build to keep building my business. And I think that mattered more than anything because she know how much that mean to me and how much that mean for my legacy and my son and my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So for her to be like, here's this step so you can keep going because we proud of you and we don't want nothing to stop you. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm going to keep telling y'all, man, listen, man. If somebody had told me marriage, I'm telling you, man, you get yourself a good wife. Hey, man. Well,
good life.
I'm telling you, bro.
Now, you know what, though, I can agree with you. I got that attitude that morning, too, because I woke up. We were actually in Tampa, Orlando, one of them. I can't remember at this point. And my daughter had said, Happy Father's Day to you, like, soon as I got up, but I didn't hear it. And it was like, you didn't hear me tell you how, good God. Can you say it again, man? How about that? Less the attitude, but, still appreciative nonetheless, like you said. But that was funny to see that you got the same blowback that I did.
Right. I didn't see it because I was driving, so I wasn't on social media. So then she called. So I'm like, hey, what's going on, poo-poo? Oh, Happy Father's Day. So you ain't see my own? I'm like, whoa, what? No, I'm driving. And thank you. And then, just repost it yourself.
Hold on, fellas. Since I know it's Father's Day, and we just started talking about the women, but I want to give the women a round of applause, a Black Super Friends round of applause. I did not see any of that. I'm the mama and I'm the daddy. Happy Father's Day, girl. I ain't hear none of that. I ain't see none of that. So I want to give you a Black Super Friends applause. Thank you, ladies. You didn't get
showed up and show out.
You didn't get a shit, but you did give a shit. So we okay with that. Thank you, ladies.
Small victories, Chris.
Small
victories. Got to take them how they come. You know what? Shout out to my boy Marvin too. I'm 4 years strong with this shirt. You see this here? This from my boy Nivram Collection. Marvin, you doing your thing. I remember when you first started. I still got it, and it means the world to me too because I wear it right around this time like a collector's item. I promise you.
Absolutely.
Onesie. Oh, Chris, you still got the ham.
Huh?
You still in control, my G.
Okay, so that's not this weekend was special because it was Father's Day, but this also special because we got to celebrate the first official Juneteenth as a holiday. Right. Now, there's a lot of bittersweet feelings about this, but I don't like to look a gift horse in the mouth. So first, I'm gonna go with Zay to see how you feel about. Horse is already showing. Tell us what you really think. But again, so I'm gonna talk to Zay about this. But we celebrated our first Juneteenth. How do you feel about it?
I'm not impressed. I mean, we really didn't celebrate the first one because we've been celebrating it anyway once we got the knowledge of it. But I'll take it that you guys are finally acknowledging it. But let's not downplay it. We still have Breonna Taylor's killers, walking around free. You know what I'm saying? You still got George Floyd, one of his assailants, because he got accomplices. If it would have been us, the Black Super Friends, and one of us would have put a knee on someone's neck and we stood around and did nothing, we'd be just as guilty as they are. You understand what I'm saying? And all that we are asking is small things. The Asians got 1 year of COVID came from China and they got all type of blessings. We've been getting killed and jailed and treated oppressed 400, 500 years. And all we're asking you to do is stop killing us and you give us a holiday. And some people don't even want to pay on that holiday. Come on, man. Y'all don't want to pay reparations. Y'all don't want to pay on the holiday. And y'all don't want to sign no laws that protect our life. I'm bittersweet. I don't know how to really take it. But, thank you for effort. Now, can you put some action with it so that we can feel a little bit more comfortable in the land of the free?
Zay, I totally understand you, and I don't disagree with you at all. But I do want to give it from another perspective. I want to say it's like this: we can't wait for them to make something special to us. We can't wait for them to acknowledge things. I'm going to be honest with you. I learned about Juneteenth, maybe 5 years ago. And ever since then, I've said I'm not working on that day, and I decide that I'm going to call off. I decide not call off, but I decide I'm going to put in for that day.
Note to
Now,
self.
so what I would say is this: we can't wait for them to acknowledge, makes things special for us. We have to take control of that. If every black person was to say, "I'm not working on June 19th," then they would have to. We could have expedited this situation, I believe. Now, again, I think it's all just like Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
It's not on his birthday, but I do look at it. I don't look a good gift horse in the mouth. I do think that's symbolic, and sometimes symbolic things can be inspirational, and it leads to other things. So, again, I think that this is something that you can no longer erase because we've been hearing stuff, a little rattles about stop talking about these things in school. With it being a holiday, you have no choice but to acknowledge it and educate the youth on this. So that makes it so you have to teach about it in school because it's very important. Again, so
But
go
are they
ahead.
gonna teach? Are they gonna teach the truth? Because one of the things you said, I've been practicing Martin Luther King Day. I ain't working. They don't work on Christopher Columbus Day. I ain't working on Martin Luther King Day. But as you talk about them teaching it, they teach us 1492 Columbus sailed the ocean blue, which is a lie. If you're gonna teach the Juneteenth, please teach the truth.
But what did you tell Zaya
about what Juneteenth?
About Columbus Day.
It's a damn lie.
Exactly. That's our responsibility.
Oh, most definitely.
That's our responsibility. So, Horace, what you think?
Well. Let me put on my cap and let me be militant in the most conservative way. One of my favorite people is Malcolm X. The Malcolm X that came from Mecca after he returned on his pilgrimage. So now I must talk to you foolish Negroes like I must talk to you. Last year we had a show and we went back and forth. It was a delightful debate. We were talking about Biden and what he was going to do and yada, yada, yada. And people couldn't understand why it sounded like I was a Trumper. And I was saying, no. I'm saying what I'm telling you is whether you're a Democrat on this side or Republican on that side, it's still the same damn bird. And the fact that we need to realize that, like you said earlier, Chris, we're asking, they said we asking them to stop killing us. Man, please. America's about money. You know why the Asians are getting that legislation and stop Asian hate? Because they're business owners and they have equity in America. And if a lot of them get killed, you'll start seeing the Chinese government put pressure on our government in regards to trade or business, or it might be in a local agreement. So this is where I have my issue. Juneteenth. Oh, they will give you ceremonial tokens and us. We dancing, yay. But it's for black. It's to commemorate the end of slavery. But guess what? Everybody else is off too. If it's this federal holiday, how's it special? Because them same racist people, they got the day off too. That's the same way with affirmative action. It was meant for black people, but then we're gonna give a little piece to this group. We're gonna give a little piece to the LGBT group. We're gonna give it to the minority white women. Bro, the hell with this country and the hell with the history, because it's indoctrination. You heard it here first. You know why? Because for America to succeed, we need you to believe all the lies that we've told you. Because if you ever find out the truth, it won't be enough prisons to hold you Negroes from rioting like Planet of the Apes. So I said all that to say, Juneteenth means nothing to me. The funny part about it, it's a federal holiday, but for the next 2 years, it's on Saturday. So good luck with that one. They always outsmart us.
Well played.
Yeah. So everybody out there partying, and I love the black unity. I love what I see. The City of Riviera Beach had an event in the park, and people was out there having a good time. And I seen the youth performing, and I seen the pride. But let us not be mistaken that legislation is the only thing that matters. If right now one of them gets shot and there's not a law to support that, they cannot legally give you any justice. Our fight is still within. So listen, I don't want to go Malcolm X, but hopefully you took something from what I just said. Forget Juneteenth. Give me some legislation that recognizes that I am a part of America, that I am a citizen, not that I just happen to be here. I am a citizen that is entitled to all that America has for me, just like it has for others. Power to the people.
Man,
Thank you,
Mike, Randy Watson.
thank you, Malcolm XXL. How do you feel about this, Damari?
Well, I think all y'all had some good points.
See that? What's about to happen? Yeah.
But I think
got him.
What Zay said is like it's true. Like we already been, and what you said, all y'all, we already been celebrating it. So you didn't. It's not like they just said, "Hey y'all, we gonna tell y'all about a new holiday here." Like most of the black, I stay in Atlanta, so I've been seeing Juneteenth parades and Black History festivals and parks and stuff like that for like the last couple of years. We've been on this pro-black tour around America. You know what I'm saying? About, ever since I'm gonna say ever since Obama got into office, it seemed like we got a different level of blackness and black pride and power to the ceremonial stuff, as Horace would say. To like we like grand gestures of celebrations that say that we black and we proud, but it has no substance. And I think most people know that, but it's almost kind of like the Matrix. Like ignorance is bliss, and I think as the people that we are, we love to celebrate. I always tell people, I see so many of our people celebrating when ain't shit to celebrate for. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can see somebody on welfare at the club. What the fuck is so happy? What you so happy for? Like, what is it like right now? Juneteenth, the whole ordeal is like putting a band-aid on a bullet wound. Like last year, after George Floyd got killed, it's several high-profile murders. And nothing happened. No legislation. Like Zay brought up, you got two shootings and some burnings, and China and every person in the Asian community has a whole law now. It's a whole carved out. We've been getting killed, lynched, beat, raped, and maimed for years, and we still can't even get a simple piece of legislation to say, "Hey, how about you call this a hate crime?" I'm saying, when you punch me in my face, call me a nigga, and chop my head off, can you give him a little more time? Nah, we straight. It's still simple assault. Like, but I'm supposed to forget that to say, hey, put on my dashiki. Let's go to the park, cook some fried chicken, and jump up and down and play the bongos. Hey, to some people, they're going to have a great Saturday. It's going to give them another reason to get fly, go to the park, and congregate. And I'm okay with it because, with all the stuff we're dealing with, it's okay to see ourselves in the parks and to, have communion amongst each other. But at the end of the day, the people who made it a federal holiday can give a one damn bit about us. And we know that. And they continue to show us. But I got one question. I hear a lot of people like saying, man, Biden ain't da-da-da-da, and he ain't this. And, Trump and Biden nicer, but he ain't shit. But I remember this sister who stood by his side. And everybody was saying, man, I'm so happy. Now we got a sister in there and she gonna set it straight. Because you got to be hopeful with a sister in there. Because you know what? She one of us. And I've heard shit from that sister since all this debacle was going on. And I'm okay to take all the hate mail, but I'm going to call a spade. Because y'all rolled Barack Obama when he didn't do something. And I'm saying I have yet to see people criticize Kamala. I have heard no person criticize. She has yet to come out and say, bro, like, this is ridiculous, Joe. Wake up, Joe. What are you doing? Our people are dying. And I expect Joe to be Joe. But Chris had made me bite the apple. I tried to get, you know what I said? You're right, bro. I'm being a hypocrite. Black power means black of all sorts and all colors. So more power to my sister.
Right.
But then I seen you only dark by skin, not by kin. And this why Kamala is not my friend. So y'all go ahead on, man, with y'all Juneteenth and this whole debacle.
Yeah, Chris, we tried it. Hey, Chris, we tried it. Oh, you look up at this camera, sir. Mm-hmm. We tried it. We tried it. We definitely tried it, and then it got us again. They like it's a good chess game they got going on. They keep beating us at the game, man. Bro,
she was ceremonial. She is a representation of Juneteenth. Let's give them something to be happy for.
They pipe down.
No substance, but we're gonna give them something to smile about, something to feel proud about, even though you didn't deserve it. Let's just give them something.
Look over here while we do this over here.
Yeah,
bait and switch, man.
Calm the angry mob down.
We as black folks was given pig intestines. We made chitlins and made it into a delicacy.
I don't even like pork.
I understand, but when given, we as black people, when given lemons, we make lemonade.
Yeah.
So I understand what you
guys. Where you going with it, Chris?
I want rosé.
Where you going with this?
I understand what you guys are saying. I understand. I understand what you guys are saying.
Yeah, you should. It was your rally. They said, let's support the sister. We got to be pro-black. We did that as a unit, and all of us, boy, I tell you.
Year one, fellas. Year one, fellas. Year one. Let's just leave it like that.
Wait till next year. Are you gonna tell us year 2?
Year one, fellas.
I don't see no change.
Year one, fellas. Just year one. We got 3 more to go. That's all I'm gonna say. Look, moving on.
At Mar-a-Lago.
Our resident friend of the show, who's always calling to support us and tell us to keep pushing because he gets a lot of his content from us, is back in the internet news. Kevin Samuels. Now, but this time, I don't know. It's a little different because it seems like he's getting some female support. Mm-hmm. He recently had a clip and a take on something that we talk about on this show a lot. You know, matter of fact, I'm not going to talk about it no more. Horace, hit the clip for him.
But you don't want to put the work in. You don't want to build the resume. You don't want to actually have it where it counts to have the real leverage. You want her to respect your masculinity and your manhood because you have a penis and an XY chromosome. It don't work that way. Women respect resources. You can't check a bitch because you got nothing to check with. The only place you dominate is in the bedroom. Dominate on the balance sheet. Dominate on your wallet, which is your accomplishments. Any woman that you choose to deal with, her money should be no good with you if you're 100% man. You pay everything. Why? Because it keeps her in her feminine when she's with you. I don't give a shit. The women I deal with, they know I don't care what you do when you're not.
Man. This is a polarizing. I know this is a polarizing subject. I'm not gonna give my takes right now, but I definitely want to hear from you, fellas. I don't remember who I'm gonna go to first.
You're gonna go to me.
Okay. DeMario, you can take it.
Then me.
So, well, first of all, I seen all the, because everybody was so happy to post this. This was like, people. I think people who they borrowed a keyboard. There was a put this on. So I seen it so much. I said, because one thing I don't get tricked on is like clickbait. So I said, well, let me get the whole meat. I don't want just the meat and potatoes. I want to look at the whole meal. So really, when you break this down, he was saying in so much of words that as a man, if you don't have nothing, you can't just demand respect and expect to be treated as a leader or just because you got a dick and balls. And I wholeheartedly believe that. I believe that being a man is not only being a male. Being a man comes with a little bit of accountability and leadership. And I feel like at some point, if it's nobody, a king, you can't have a king. You can't be a king and be broke. So I understand that point. But when he came from, and I want women to understand this when they posting this, his whole thing was dominance. So he was saying, if you want to dominate a woman, then you need to pay everything. If you want to have all say, you need to pay everything. If you want no back talk, no opinion, no point of view, You pay everything. So you shut the hell up and do what I say because I have to check. I've seen so many women clapping at that when you didn't understand what he was saying. He wasn't saying just a regular old man pay all the bills, pay for everything, listen to your mouth. You don't cook, you complain, you don't do shit. You know, he didn't say that. He said, my money's good. No, a woman with me is no good because he wants dominance. So I want me to understand, most men who feel like, I don't want you to do nothing, I don't want you to pay for anything, they want a level of shut the hell up or turn another cheek. They want to be able to cheat and you shut the hell up and understand you're on a good road. They want to be able to come home at any time of the night and you shut the hell up because I pay all the bills here. They want to be able to that. And if you okay to sign up for that, then cool. Get you a man that leads with his wallet. But I don't want to hear all that, you know, I seen his hard and he got me with his, because that's not what you're getting when you're talking about that. So I've seen so many, I look for a man hard women repost that post right there. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you didn't really understand everything he was saying. And you heard man pay all the bills and you were so happy just to repost so you didn't really get it. But really what he was saying is, if you want to be dominated, he was telling men, in order to keep these hoes in check, get you a check. That was his message. So it was just like, damn, it's crazy, boy. It goes back to it. Sometimes people be so happy they jump the gun on stuff, and then you putting the propaganda out of the shit that you don't like the most. So ladies who reposted, who liked, who shared, who grouped, thank you. Because you just raised a whole nother generation of pimps.
Message.
Who's next?
Well, I want to take this next, Mario. Listen, Kevin Samuels is still part of the brotherhood. And as being part of the brotherhood, we're open for open discussions. We ain't always going to agree. But the brotherhood must reach and teach. Reach one, teach one. So this is where Mario said, what Mario said was right on point. But let me add something from my perspective. This is why I think that clip is dangerous, because most people read that and shared it. How many people actually listened to what he was saying? Because from my perspective, it was an indictment on women. So when y'all shared an old girl, he said men and paying all that, I felt some kind of way about that, because the definition of a man is not monetary. But for some of you, but for y'all that feel like it is, that's why his comments are hitting like it did. I remember, I can't think of which one of these old school comedians, man. I can't think of his name. Old school, he been doing it a long time. He was with Death Row. He always say, who raised y'all? Right?
TK Kirkland.
TK said some one time after the whole man, he said to me, I said, what? TK was doing an interview. He said, I'm not gonna be, either I'm gonna be faithful or I'm gonna pay all the bills. Damn. Bruh. And he felt, you know why? That made him money long, and the people that's approaching him fit that role. That's how I'm treating the ones that's coming at me. And it took me a long time to just sit there and absorb that. So when I seen the Kevin Samuels clip, I felt the kind of way because I just seen the people that were sharing it, and I think they thought he was on their side, and I feel like he was really exposing the culture. It's like you're not even hearing what he was saying. But the danger of it was the fact that you idiots were sharing it. You know, you're not my equal. And for those kind of high value guys, they pass high value. You're not my equal when you ain't bringing it. You're not equal. You're not my equal when you're not equal. So here are the terms of what I have for you. And for those that enjoy it, I'm going to go with it. So I thought there was an indictment on women, and I think they missed it. Because they be looking, as much as they be mad at Kevin Samuels. Oh, yeah, Kevin said da. Oh, finally he's saying something on our side. No, the brother's speaking and y'all still missing it. And it was part of that for the brother, because he was pretty much giving the brother free game again. Like, bro, with this in this era, here go a new playbook. This is what you need to keep in mind when you're going for them Hail Marys. So that's what I got, Dad King.
That's an interesting take. Zay, what you think?
Go my take.
Man, I got blowed up about it too, and as you say that, Mario, I think about Dirty Rev when he came home and we took him out, and he was like, So Zay, that's what it's about. It's about money now. That's what I got from that tape. But I will tell you this. I didn't hear he was gay this time. Money hungry bastard. I didn't hear that. I repost, share this, what I've been saying, and this, that, and the other. We've said countless times, if a man is paying everything, he don't want to hear shit from you. Period. Cook, shut up, and fuck. That's what he wants. Because he's a high value man, so he has options. This is what he said. If you follow Kevin Samuels, then you would know that this is what he's talking about. So what he did was cater to you guys. Fiddle, and y'all dance to it. Oh, he's speaking my language. No, he's telling you, okay, if y'all demanding all of these things, then this is what a high value man wants in this order. Oh, you can't fill that order? Out the way. So the audacity of the individuals that kept sending it to me, I kept saying, that's a no-brainer for a real man. He's gonna do all those things that Kevin was talking about anyway. Issue chicks of no value. I was about to say equal, but no, of lesser value, demanding things from man that you can't even provide for yourself. Why would I be? The Bible says, thou fool. I don't want to be it. You feel me? I don't want to smite God in the face. So therefore, I won't be doing it. But when you get to that point with an individual who really loves you, who led with his heart, his wallet gonna come right after it. But if you attack my wallet, you know who attack wallets, baby? Prostitutes. And then when you get treated or tried like one, I don't want to hear he tried me, you tried him. Get your mind right. That's what he gave y'all. But I'll let y'all keep posting because I love it. It's funny. I've been telling you, Kevin Samuels, the truth, gay or indifferent, straight, I wouldn't give a doggone. He tell the truth. You got Chris.
Fellas, I totally agree with him. To be honest with you, I totally agree with him. I think that he speaks for a certain type of man. He's always talked about he speaks for the high value man. He defines high value man, and a big component of that is money. I think every one of us on this panel, if we had the money that he said he was talking about, we would have no problem with footing all the bills for a woman. I know that Horace speaks on doing that, and he's not at that 100,000 for 5 years, whatever the case may be. So what I'm saying is, I think if we was given those type of economics, we would want to do that. The difference is we have the knowledge to know that a woman only loves you if she shows effort and if she spends on you. You see what I'm saying? If she doesn't spend her money on you, then she doesn't really like you like that. So now it's not worth investing in a woman in that capacity. If she doesn't show effort, I mean major effort, because the things a woman can do can be monetized. When she sets up all your appointments, because a high value man like that has to work a lot. If she makes your life easier to the point where you don't have to hire this person to do this, you don't have to. She sets up your schedule that makes it easier to get money, or you have a woman so bad in so many spots that she can get you construction contracts and get you into places that you normally wouldn't be in, to shake hands with people that can put you in an economic status that you wouldn't have a problem with that. That's cool, but I think that I'm a person that's about what works. If it works, then cool. If you tell men that you pay all the bills and I'm going to act this way, and then men do it and it happens, men won't have no problem with it because it's an end goal. It's a definite. I pay for all the bills and you treat me in this certain manner. It's the problem is we watch dudes do this. Tootie, you know who I'm talking about. But we watch dudes do this and they still don't get those great results. Every one of us on this panel know that we done seen a man pay a woman all the woman bills and she still act up. She's still unappreciative. She's still disrespectful. So if you tell men, because men are just men are basic, you tell them you pay all these bills and you ain't never have to worry about this, that, and the other. Sex is gonna be together. Your household gonna be together. Your children's gonna be straight. I ain't gonna be out here on Instagram showing my ass all the time. That's worth paying for because it's just money. That's what we here to do. We here to make money. But the problem is you're not trying to give us a good deal. You want to get taken care of and still give us your ass to kiss. That's no different than a child. Eventually, as a parent, you're gonna say, look, I want something in return on my investments. If you don't act a certain way, then you no longer get certain treatment. And that's just what it is, man. You can't. Women cannot give us unfair deals. Horace, what you think?
I want to go back to what I want to stir the pot a little bit. In this area, there's a lot of hypocrisy and a lot of narcissism because you got one group of women that's saying, when a man gets money, he spends that money on his family and all that, and he says how he needs a woman. A woman gets money, and she'll tell everybody how she don't need a man. So I'm trying to understand in this era when did it change where this whole thing of the man pays everything? Like, when does that kick in? Because, you got people that are raised like I'm the woman, you take care of me. Like, I don't have to do anything. And I'm saying, at what point does that kick in? Because as a man, especially as a high value guy, you actually got women that'll come with demands, but they don't bring nothing to the table for that guy. Other than, a night of pleasure, that's what men are asking. And then you're told that you're a butthole or a jerk or something because the man is, like you said, asking for an event. Like, what's my return on investment here? I don't like when a dude does all these things. Like, I be saying, dudes, I'm against it. When these dudes out here just giving out money, paying chicks Birkin bags and doing this and doing that, and then you will see that chick that ain't work for nothing tell other than, oh, you were broke, you ain't doing this because you ain't doing this and that. Like, it's almost like a Jedi mind trick. And it's like, my definition, like, a dude is good when he buying you Birkins and taking you all out of this for you to put on the gram. But if a dude don't do that, he ain't worth a damn. Like, how is my definition? What's the definition of me? How is it monetized?
I want to know.
What I'm saying is, dog, like, I don't understand what's going on with these dudes, dog. Like, dog, don't women like doing this for y'all? Like, this isn't this a normal thing? Like,
what if you don't
a
want
lot of the women I've dealt with looked out.
Damn.
But what if you don't want it?
So I don't understand. Yeah. What do you mean?
Like I'm saying this. That's why I was going to ask the pod. I know we're getting to the end. Like, understand, it's a difference between a high value man and a paymaster.
Right.
Like that's a difference, right? So understand the gentleman you were referring to, like, that's what that is. Like, you didn't have high value, you just was giving out cash and then expecting something. Like, that's not a high value man. Like, right now, when you get to a certain status, because Kevin Sims always speaks of a status, like you are moving the shaker. You can understand money's flowing through your hand. You in the in crowd. You dress nice of some sort. You don't have to be a certain body type, but you have this savoir faire. That's a high value man. See, and a lot of men get that confused because they think all I have to do is get money, and that makes me a high value man. No, that's only the beginning step of being a high value man. Because, like you said, Chris, men get money. But whether it's 100,000, 50,000, because if I get 50,000 and I spend 25,000 on a girl, and you get 100,000 and spending 25,000, it's still $25,000 spent. To her, she don't care if I'm broke or if I'm rich. It's still, she's getting the same thing. Right. But it's right now is when I can walk in some place and they can be like, oh, that's Mario, and she's on my own. Oh, we going to Dubai, and they telling me, how you doing, Mr. Hart? Like, oh, that's what they be looking for. They're looking for the whole. That's why women stay with sports players and all that. It's a geek in Napa Valley or in Silicon Valley who got millions of dollars who nobody cares about. It's right now. That's why football players get all these women. Well, we know baseball players make more money. So right now, high value men, I'm telling men, like, when you're looking at that kind of stuff, it means more than just having money. And there is a difference between a high value man and a paymaster. Because a high value man don't want a woman to give nothing back but her ass. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, a paymaster, you might try to pay yourself into a relationship because she is the prize. To a high value man, she's just a tool for the day or for the month.
Oh man,
they got him. He said it. He called it out. But he right. Love is spelled Time, and a lot of women are confusing that with Money, and you will be sadly mistaken.
Because high value men don't value money because they.
Dang it, Mario.
Hot damn.
Yeah. Well, he said it was
But y'all
raining
get
down
what
there.
he's
But
saying.
that we have to keep it real here, man. Like we at some point we have to understand. Maybe we should listen to this guy. Maybe this guy has something he should say. He's
Right.
that's worth listening to.
Right.
And again, man, like what I don't understand what he's saying is wrong. This is something that men should probably look down on, but as we don't care about that. We just want honest results. You know what I'm saying? We want consistency down the board, and we just want a really fair deal. Money doesn't make us. That's not an issue. Money isn't an issue for us. We get up and make money. What's up?
Y'all ain't never heard this scripture before. A woman that asks for everything gets nothing. A woman that asks for nothing gets everything.
I live by it. What are you talking about? Live by it, die by it.
But you know, on a minute level, bro, let me tell you something. And because I heard what Chris is saying about the fair deal, right? So right when I was getting married, he was like, bro, you just reached a point in your life where you don't need nobody. Like you could date, you got your own place, like you good now. So why would you throw all that away? You know what I'm saying? And I think it's because what Horace just said. Like when you meet somebody who like actually is not requesting stuff from you and want to build together, like actually want to build, then it make you want to go. Like sometimes I'll be on the way home and just be like, let me just get her this. Well, I heard her mention this. Like I buy her, she'll be like, you ain't have to buy this. You ain't have to do this. You not because I want to. Because it's a continuous way of just wanting to see you smile, wanting to see, wanting just to surprise you so you can like, oh my God, not you better buy me this motherfucker. You better do because as a man, you don't never want to be told or bullied into anything as a man. But when you feel like, because know why? Me buying her stuff make me feel like a man. Like, yeah, I made my woman happy. And sometimes it might just be a flower. There's no money limit on it. Sometimes it might just be a card. But it's just the point of continuously wanting to see her smile because she requests is so minimal. And that is true.
But and I agree with you, but I just don't think it's gender specific. I believe that's how people show love. That's how women show love to you. I've been shown love that way. You're in the mall, you think of something, and you say, hey, okay, I'm gonna get it for Chris.
Right.
I know I've had ladies. I had a lady that then went out to the club, went after the club, got something to eat, and brought me something back. About ordered a whole other plate for me. So that's just how we show love. Period. That's not gender specific. It's just that men show love more. That's all. We're just better at it. But that's no different than any other situations, dog. Like we've all dealt with that. So again, even if you decide that you want to pay all the bills, the woman that truly loves you, she's gonna do other stuff for you. So it's not gonna feel like I'm not getting anything out of this. It's gonna feel like she's spending her money. She's still spending her money on you.
A value add.
Exactly. So that's how I look at it, man. I don't have a problem with what he said, but I just have the knowledge that this is how a woman acts when she really loves you and when she really has genuine interest in you. When she does, she spend her effort, money, and time with you.
Yeah, she comes bearing gifts.
Absolutely. Now we're rounding out the show, and we want to give the stage to one of our Black super friends, pastor, overseer, artist Newbie. My brother, I love you. I love the family man that you are. I love your representation of the Black super friends. I think this video is a little bit super sexy, but we will let the audience decide.
Well, Chris, we must say this because we have to give the disclaimer. The Black Super Friends is recorded on a private network in a private studio. We share links to different platforms, so we must give the disclaimer. So this clip may have nudity, sex, and vulgar, explicit views. So please be advised.
I'm too sexy for my
We don't want to get in trouble with the FCC. And to be honest, we asked for a 15 to 30 minute clip, and we got nothing but liquid gold. Happy Father's Day tribute coming from one of the Black Super Friends, artist Newbie.
Greetings. Hey, listen, as we get ready to close the final few hours of Father's Day, my brother asked me to send him a clip of what does being a father mean to me. Excuse my attire, getting ready to crash, but I wanted to send this message. Listen, being a father is being able to display the best part of manhood, kingship to me. You'll never be able to instill anything into anyone until you actually perform the duties of a father. It doesn't necessarily have to be a biological. You can be a role model father. You can be a step-in father, whatever the case may be. But being a father is being able to display on the big stage what it means to be a real man, not just financially, but mentally, and to improve the statistics and how they feel about men. There are great men out there, great fathers. So being a father to me is being able to display that kingship on the big stage.
Thank you, the Prince of Wakanda.
Thank you, Dad-tastic.
The
My dog
chaplain,
came
Black
through.
Super Friends chaplain.
My dog came through with the benediction. Okay, Father's
Absolutely,
Day
absolutely.
benediction. Thank you, my brother Papa.
I must say though, I remember I was there when he became a father, and I must say that was like Horace said, he really wanted that baby. It was in his head. I never seen a man that I knew my mom was gonna be so mad. He was so happy at the same time. I never seen. I'm like, boy, you just did it. Boy, you done. And he was so happy because he really wanted to have this child. Like he really, really wanted. I'm talking about. He was so. That was like the purpose that he needed in his life to become a father. Like so, some people you could tell. Like man, I like this is what I live for to be a father. I'm talking about. He was one of them that said. Even when I started having my baby, I'm about to cry. But he like, man, she like me. Nah, I want to be like you.
No, G, I love you though.
But yeah, man, I can say Papa's turned out to be a great dad, man. Salute.
Yeah, big time salute to you, my brother. Big time salute.
But you knew you were gonna get them jokes when you sent that video. I don't even know why you thought you were gonna come past us, folks, and not get. You just wait till we see you.
Wait till I splice this video up. Oh, yeah. Excuse me for my attire.
Every chain on, all the jewels, everything. Just a full pastor dad-tastic mode.
Is this your king?
Man, I gotta send Chris this video. Hold on, take this shirt.
Yeah. Babe, I'm going with the cocoa butter, not the baby oil. It's gonna be too glossy.
Hey, one thing for sure though, you know, and Shan was there. She put that cocoa butter on, baby. Go on and give it to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
don't
Shan,
worry about it.
Can you dim the lights, Shan? Dim the lights.
And you better pull that cover up too. Don't be showing my tattoos or none of my chest on. I know she was on it. Man,
we might
Papa.
start a challenge with that. The Papa challenge. Yeah,
Did you?
with fatherhood.
Did you see him rub his fingers through his hair?
Yeah, man.
Before you start that challenge, Poop, let me go get my blanket set up to date because I don't want to be in there lacking. I gotta make sure it's right up under here.
My dog was on some Tyrese right then.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, guys.
But
all right, guys. You guys had a phenomenal show. Some closing comments from the Dad King.
Oh man, like
he
I
looked
said,
like he was startled. Wait a minute. He's like,
well, like I said, man, it was a really, really good weekend. Very emotional. We celebrated Father's Day. We celebrated Juneteenth. But it was a situation. I want to bring it like the situation in Wildwood of a black mass shooting. I don't understand it. I don't know much about the story, but I definitely want to say we have to stop this. This is no longer worth going to these events to put your life in danger, put your kids' life in danger. This is no longer worth seeing some dude's car or seeing some half-naked woman because we see that on Instagram all the time, man. At some point we have to stop this. We got to stop meeting and doing harm and killing each other. That it was sick. What happened? I think we'll probably talk about it more on the next show because I just got the information. But man, what a way to ruin a really really good weekend. We sorry Negroes.
Big Mario.
Hey man, like once again, I'm still a little hungover from Father's Day because I was looking forward to it. Then this Father's Day was a little bit special, like you say, because I was surrounded by fathers, man. Just reminiscing the old time. You know what I'm saying, the old times. And then when I went to my one of my friend's funeral, I seen his daughter stand up at his funeral, and I seen the strength of her, and I was like, man. And then it made me like just say, man, I gotta just be better, and I gotta be here. Like Chris said, like if that mean not going out here or not doing this or saying you got it, brother, I gotta be here. And I think if anything I took from this Father's Day is I gotta make sure I'm doing everything in my power and in my purpose to be here as long as God want me to be, and as I'm designed to be, so I can be here for them because they need me on a different level. So I tell all my fathers out here, no matter what America say, no matter what the universe say, we are so necessary. We are so necessary. When I seen his kids, all I could look at is, man, all of us as brothers, of course, we're going to be there, but we'll never be able to take his place. And the two little boys and the girl, like, they really need him. And I know how he was to them and taking it away. So fathers, no matter what nobody else say, we need it, we want it, and it's our purpose. Don't let nobody take that from you. We love you. It's from the Black Super Friends. What you guys say?
I'm gonna echo Chris a little bit. Whereas this weekend was more than fabulous. It was wonderful. Like you said, I got a chance to spend it entirely with my daughter, with other fathers who were enjoying the smiles of their kids. And like we said in the beginning, it's nothing better than that kid running to you with that facial expression. Like you said, even with Wapo, he hurt himself, but that's all right because daddy was there to call to you and let you know that it's all right. You know what I'm saying? For our ladies, I want to reiterate something that I said earlier. Love is spelled Time, not Money. Always remember that when it comes to the kids, when it comes to your procurement of a husband or a male figure in your life, Time is Love. All right.
Absolutely.
The other thing that I'm in the same boat with you guys. You guys went through that rough patch last week. This week is mine. As I'm preparing, I'm just asking that y'all just keep me in mind. I've been doing pretty well with it. Everyone says, you still haven't seen him. It ain't hit you yet. And I'm praying that it doesn't. I'm praying that our last conversation that we had, that I'm able to ride that wave and the cool, calm manner in which you handle things, we'll figure it out. But definitely keep me in your mind. I appreciate y'all. Tag and share. I'm going to always ask that you do that for me. If you don't, cool. And if you do, we love you even more. We love you all the same, but I'm going to ask that favor of you. The rest is on you. What you got for him, Harv?
Well, I don't know, man. Listen, I do appreciate Chris for how he opened up the show, man, because we got a lot. To Thursday, saying my goodbyes to Dre, and then Friday afternoon after the funeral, taking off to another funeral in Charleston, South Carolina. So if I've not already been traveling enough, I think the biggest thing is not being able to process one from the other. That's a lot. Like you don't have time, and that's just what we in. We going one to one to one, and as Black men, we supposed to be tough, and we learn how to process. Well, we learn how to function through and be on the go. But them bricks start to pile up on you after a while, man. So we always talk about mental health. So I appreciate that, Chris, because I have really been struggling, kind of been like blank, and just you just get to that place like you dare not say what else.
What?
So you just like I will endure this storm, and I still am thankful, because I'm here with you guys tonight. So thank you for taking the lead on that and understanding how Leos work, my brother. So I appreciate y'all. Signing off from the Black Super Friends podcast. Derek Burns says his son wants to speak about gangs and violence. we will set something up. We definitely got to do more shows. Everybody's dealing with life, but we are professionals. So I'm going to challenge my guys. We're gonna have to step it up because you guys want us, and we have a fan base. So we're gonna make it do what it do. So leaving here, we thank for everybody that gave their contributions on the video, especially Pastor Chocolate at the end. But we thank everybody that tuned in with us, and we beg you to hit the share button. I want to shout out to Darren Brown, who has been watching our shows. He just gave me some news on air. Let's see how it goes. People want to see the Black Super Friends, and we're humbled by it. So we'll see you next week. Next time, Nikki George, I appreciate that love. Please hit the share button and make sure we'll give you some Black Super Friends shirts. So later, people.